In theory, I should be streaming. I'm glad I check this each and every time. So, yeah, YouTube was giving me the business earlier. Let's see if we're live now. Hey, there we go. Alright. Sorry about that. When I tried to go live once and got some funny business back, I kind of just decided to soft reset everything on myself. Anyways, I believe where we left off, we had just met my favorite character, and we got told about some shenanigans, I believe, at what is essentially the church. So I've got to go out there and check on that here. Hey Daco, what's up? How are things going? Hopefully things are going well for you. Welcome to the stream. Just getting started and trying to remember where I left off, because unfortunately I had a little bit there where I had some life event things pick it up. Kind of pulled me away from this for a little bit. And you know what happens with JRPGs the second you stop playing them for all of 2 days. Yeah, I think we're good to just auto-battle our way through this. So yeah, I'm just trying to get my bearings straight right now. Yeah, things are going well enough for me. Unfortunately, had a little mishap the other day. Currently dealing with literally a burnt throat. And I figured, you know, it's a great thing to do. Go talk for a couple hours on a live stream where I tend to just not shut up. So what has been going up with you with you so far? I'm fairly certain I had just met, I can't recall her name right now, but the daughter of one of the 4 heroes, and there was a lady at the church. I am terrible at names. I think her name was like, I know it's goofy, and I've been mispronouncing it. It looks like it's saying, like, fuck you or something. But apparently she has literally nothing to do with the church, according to what's supposed to be a priestess of the church. So now I've got to go figure out who's lying and why. We have a priestess of the church that apparently everybody seems to know. And we have literally the daughter of a major hero. So I guess the question is, do you believe your lying eyes? Just got off VK with my family and can finally see my friends. What is, oh, this is gonna... I feel like this is me being old. What's VK?
Check this out.
Oh, vacation. Okay. Yeah, I guess that is just me being old. This is gonna be real stupid of me to say. When I was growing up, you know, back when dinosaurs roamed the planet, the common approach for shorthanding was the first part of a word and then the second part.
Check this out.
And it really seems like a lot of people that came the generations after me found ways to shorten things even further. I would go to, I would say charisma is a big, obvious one that I think everybody knows, even the older people. But, going to Riz would be the example I'd use there. But yeah, vacation. Gotcha. So what'd you do? Where'd you go for vacation? And did you have fun? That's the big one. A vacation where you are not enjoying yourself is just kind of pointless.
Check this out.
God, I hate fighting these bugs. They're just here for the sake of being here at this point. There is, I think in the progression of the story, They are here at an in-between when you have lost a character for a while. You just get them back. And so they're like a challenge while you're trying to level up the character. Nash here is the character that was gone for a while. So everybody else is gaining experience. Nash is out of the fight for a huge portion of the chapter. You lose one of your party members. You get back here. And Nash finally joins back up with you, but now he's under-leveled. And so a lot of that whole area, and the magic portal here, just really feel like an excuse to, the magic portal especially, just an excuse to level him up and get him back up to fighting line. Went to the Covered Bridge Festival in Indiana. I don't know what the Covered Bridge is, but I am always a big fan of festivals. We have a, I've talked about this before, I'm in Michigan. We have a spot in the Upper Peninsula area that people like to go to, and it's just, I think it's just referred to as the Tunnel of Trees. It's not really a festival per se, but so many people come to drive through that portion of the roads where it's just natural overhang from all of the trees. And given that it's the fall season right now, all of the leaves are changing colors and falling. The sheer number of vehicles that just drive through there just to drive that section of road is absurd. Especially because, you know, the Upper Peninsula here in Michigan is almost always just natural whatever opened up. And, like, damn near nobody lives there. Someday a true Dragon Master will be born to protect the goddess Athena. Alright, talking about Alex. I guess if I'm not supposed to be coming here to blow her secret open, there was a character at the Mages Guild that actually set me on the very quest that I went to that fishing village to do. So I maybe have to go check in with him and say, you know, hey, what's going on with this whole... Can I shortcut it now? I don't have to do the whole, like, fight pit again, do I? Thank God. Alright, it's just a one and done thing. That shit sounds majestic. It really is. So, I actually am looking at taking some time at, like, the first week of the next month. By that point, all of the right now we're at the phase where there's still a little bit of green on the trees. By then we should have had enough near frost nights overnight that all of the trees should be in the position of starting their dormancy phase, which should mean all of the leaves should be colored. There will be a nice balance between trees still falling, trees on the ground. Anyways, I'm going to be taking my girl out there, and we're going to do the drive too. I actually have family that has a cabin up north. So we're going to go spend some time at the cabin, probably do the Tunnel of Trees, and probably spend a couple nights out just on a lake somewhere. But yeah, it's one of those things where I give Michigan a lot of shit, but there's a couple of things that I really like here. Obviously, we have access to all of the Great Lakes, and not only the Great Lakes, we actually have, surprisingly considering they're just lakes, a couple of good beach options, a couple of good boating options. So anything water-based, we've got pretty well set. You go into the Upper Peninsula, you've got a couple of, like, really good nature preserve areas, but they're also, like, publicly available. So, lakes are great. I'm sorry. Lakes are great, rivers are great, waterfalls are great. Again, we've got you covered in Michigan. But we also are an entire state that really does a lot of natural preservation. I live in the Lower Peninsula, the Old Mitten, and even where I live, I am not even like a full mile away from a full nature preservation facility. And even that right now, walking way back into the deep part of the trails out near the lake they have there, it's just fucking beautiful. Now, they've got this whole thing about, you know, regulations and rules about what you can and can't bring and do there. But going out there with a small picnic and just sitting back and just looking around, if you're looking for a thing to do like on a lunch break, literally it's just, again, for a lot of businesses in my area, you're talking about a 5-minute drive. You get there, 10-minute walk in, eat your lunch, you're back within a half hour. And it is just serene and a great getaway. Because again, if you're working like a position like retail or restauranting, going from dealing with everybody for fucking, I don't know, 4 hours and then going out there and just sitting for just 10 minutes of fucking no one around you but nature. That is the kind of shit that helps reset you. Anyways, Rich, welcome to the stream. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well. Good to see you. Yeah, I was just rambling on there for a bit, trying to figure out where I was heading, and, well, obviously I've made my way to the story progression. So yeah, it was the Magic Guild I had to get to. I have to hurry to the Magic Guild. Galleon will expect a full report. Galleon, I believe, was the 1990s hot guy elf that we had to go see. Why don't you meet me there after you've had a chance to look around the city? Well, I mean, I've looked around the city already when I went through and bought everything I wanted and needed because I spent way too much time grinding in the sewers. Which honestly sounds worse than it really should. Lemia is ready to meet you. God, I completely forgot. And I can't do a good impression, and I certainly can't even do good voices right now. I can barely talk. Damaged my throat recently. I forgot. I actually already grabbed a couple voice clips and just need to finalize the project of redoing Nash entirely as Donald Trump in a couple of the good iconic Nash voice lines, because he is such a pompous prick and it's so beautiful to be able to have such a good voice line feed to go off of, and AI has managed to make that pretty doable. Yo, pizza for dinner, nice. Pizza, and so y'all are eating much better than me. I just had a protein shake. That's my dinner. On the plus side, the whole weight loss exercise routine I've been getting some pretty good ups on that. Finally doing 5 miles a day, so that's gonna be pretty, gonna start putting in some work on that. Alright, Lemia, Grand Hall, got it. Alex, you must behave with the utmost respect to in the presence of Lemia. I'm serious. Well, look, you're the one that calls me a country hick, so frankly, if I know anything about Southern hospitality, it's that respect is pretty common. Decency not so much. Do you think she's going to give us a reward, Alex? And could I trade it for fish? I mean, we literally just left an entire fishing village. Why didn't you fill up there? My mother has called a meeting in the Grand Hall. I wonder what she plans to discuss. I'm sorry it's so sudden, but she seems to hold every conference like this lately. Nash gave me a full report on what happened at Lan. There is a great power within you, boy. As much power as Dine possessed in his youth. Well, okay, but where is... I thought this was the Great Hall. Which one of you is the Lady Magic person? Okay, well, maybe I follow where Nash went? Crystal Tower, I don't think that's where I'm going. Alright, have Lemia step aside, have Galleon take over as Guildmaster. Honestly, probably pretty fitting. I think Lemia was the old lady. I don't think we've specifically met her yet. Unless she had something to do with giving us the order to head out. Yes, the great name. Lady Magic Person. God damn it, where is this place? I thought that was the Great Hall, but she's apparently not there. We have... she's not a princess, but we have the daughter of Lemia, which I believe ends up as one of our party members. But I didn't see Lemia here. I'm so curious what the world below Vane is like. Perhaps Sunday I'll be able to experience it for myself. I'm sorry. I was just supposed to run the dialogue tree multiple times? Fucking hell, what is this? A Souls game? Talk to me 7 times and then you can finally get the thingamabob I have? Mother is coming. Please, line up over there. Alright, Queen of the Magic Hands. Step forth, Alex of Berg. Yeah, that'd be me. Yeah, no, this is the first time we're seeing her directly. I would recognize those old ancient cheekbones.
I have heard that you seek the dragons, but I see in your eyes there's something else you desire. Something evil. You wish to destroy the Magic Guild as well as Althena.
I feel like there was no intention to destroy Althena. The Magic Guild... Look, I get it, I'm a country bumpkin, but that doesn't mean I want to burn the witch. You see, the boy says nothing, because he cannot deny what he knows to be true. No, it couldn't possibly be shock at the absolute stupidity you came in here and started mumbling out. What are you talking about? Mia, what's going on? Guards, throw this urchin into the dungeon at once, and execute him for treason in the morning. Keep the girl here for now. I have special plans for her. And if I know anything about the church at the time, these special plans are going to be concerning. She is not the church, but she is absolutely running this place like that. You are a heathen. Be gone and be executed. Hi, my name is Donald Trump, and I'm here to make America great again. Hi, my name is Nash, and I'm here to make the country hicks great again. Read, motherfucker! Read! Oh, man. Well, I swear there was an entire voice line earlier from Nash in one of the scenes where he was just like, unlike you country bumpkins, I actually read. It was like genuinely like... First of all, motherfucker, the Bible. Obviously you can read, because somebody's got to read that. As for anything beyond that, you know, pick your poison. Screaming will achieve nothing, Luna. Here in Vane, the word of Lema Oza is law. Don't waste your breath on that little waif, Galeon. Oh man, sorry about that. Take her to the appointed area. As you wish, Lemia. Yeah, I am not even gonna do a shout. There is no way. I'm sorry, I keep literally rubbing my throat. So, to give a little detail as to what had happened, literally last night, I was getting a hot cup of coffee, and something was terribly wrong with my coffee maker as it was shooting out the coffee far hotter than I expected. And so I went to take a sip, and, you know, liquids, they pass through the lips and go down the throat a little easier than solid food, so there was no spitting it out. And next thing I know, I've got a pretty serious burn down my entire esophagus. So, it's a little sore and tender. Alright, so we got separated from our girl. From the, so again, I might be misremembering on the story, but I'm fairly certain the church lady is already in suspicion. And now we have the leader of the Mages Guild that is in suspicion here. And unfortunately, yeah, okay. I think we actually came down here and saw this lady once before. And now that we've seen the leader of the Mages Guild, putting 2 and 2 together is a lot easier. I don't know. Let me, Alza. That voice, it sounds familiar. It couldn't possibly be the magic lady. Oh god, I miss when people did those little Kirby's all over the place. I love seeing that again. Thank you for that. Hey, Alex, you okay? I'm so sorry, Alex. I won't let you out of here. I'll let you out of here right now. Yeah. Whoops. Adding words there. Mia let me hide out in her bedroom. That actually says quite a bit, actually. Thank you. This is such an awful place. Please forgive me, Alex. My mother used to be so warm and wonderful, but now... And she starts crying. Don't cry, Mia. Of course Alex forgives you. Don't you, Alex? Now let's go find Luna. Alex, I want you to look at this. Okay. This mirror shows things as they really are. Alex, it reflects only the truth. Oh, so we're getting all Legend of Zelda here now. We got the lens of truth, but rather than something I can actually look through, I have to angle it in such a way for me to see what I want to see through the mirror. You know, this is an extra layer of complexity. You're talking about like bending light and angles here at this point, lady. It's called Athena's Mirror. I've been wondering if my mother is really the same woman she has always been. And you've been carrying around this magic mirror that you couldn't possibly in front of Galleon, the guards, the council, hold it up and show everybody that she's not who she says she is. You literally have a magic mirror in a city of magic people where nobody questions the law of magic. And you're just like, nah, I'm going to sit on this and wait for the country nobody to come in here. Give it to him so that there can be questions as to who did what as he drives his knife into her neck. That's totally not going to backfire on me now, is it? Or if something has invaded and poisoned her soul. I was too afraid to know the truth, so I couldn't use this. Again, so you gave it to a patsy who's going to take the fall when this all blows up. You are her daughter with a magic fucking mirror and is the one who is in the best position to solve this problem without additional consequences. And you say, this guy who's been here twice now from the middle of nowhere with no magic attunement at all, I'm going to give him this mirror and have him be the one to solve my problems. Y'all don't think. For all your reading, you ain't using the brain. No, you're ready to have me use it now. See, there's the distinction there. Please take me with you, Alex. It's my duty to learn the truth about my mother, even if I have a difficult time accepting what I find. And you're already convinced you know exactly what's going to happen. We're going without you. No. I need to have somebody on my side that I can throw up there and say, look, I'm not crazy, she is. Now that's the Alex I know. Let's go save Luna. That's the Alex I know. Using a timid, broken child as your shield. That's the Dragon Master to be that I've come to know and love. Hello, Caro. How are things going? Hopefully things are going well for you. What's up? What's new? Once again, Magic Lady. I'm gonna keep calling her the Magic Lady. Athena is kind of fine, not gonna lie. Althena is one of the characters we have not met yet. I believe she's supposed to be the goddess, and the closest we've gotten to seeing her is there are statues in a lot of the major cities in which, you know, I can't deny what you're saying, but it's also kind of biased because she's like half naked, and that kind of does wonders in the old JRPG days. But I guess we need to figure out where Lamia took her first. Do you know Mia? I'm afraid not. My mother of... I swear there's a space there. I was literally saying my mother of 10 and I caught myself. My mother often disappears from the guild, but I don't know where to. The Vile Tribe! Shouting random gibberish from 2 cells over. Totally not just a rambling, crazed lady who is just high on meth. What the? I saw the Vile Tribe! Over there, I saw them! I saw them! Alex, that voice is muffled, but it's very familiar. You know, it's not like I wouldn't be able to recognize the voice of my own mother. There's a bad smell coming out of this cell, Alex. This prisoner's been in here for quite a while. The mask she's wearing is a magical... Is the implication that she has just been using the bathroom in her clothes? Because, like... I mean, she's clearly not in full control of who she is, and she's sitting in the cell, rambling to herself like a madman. Madwoman. The mask she's wearing is a magical device. It's used to block memories. The guild forbid their use many years ago. Who would do something so cruel? And why have I never come down here to check on who's sitting in the cells of the place I live? The Vile Tribe! The Vile Tribe! The Magic Emperor! The Vile Tribe? Did they do this terrible thing to you? I've been doing good. Did a lot of baking yesterday. Yeah, what did you make? I know that you have done a lot of really good things. Again, I also know you haven't been in the same position you were working in when I first started talking with you, but I've got to ask because I actually bought a box of them to share with some family recently. You make any macaroons lately? What exactly is the Vile Tribe? My mother told me that they are a race of evil creatures. The goddess Athena banished them to the edge of our world several hundred years ago. But I've never heard of anyone called the Magic Emperor. Galleon, cough cough. The Magic Emperor. The Star Chamber, that's it. My mother forbade me from entering the Star Chamber. She scolded me the last time I even mentioned it to her. Well, is this the mother that you knew from before, or the mother you've known as of recently that even you have said is not the same person anymore? There's no doubt about it, Alex. That's gotta be where she's holding Lunar prisoner. Let's go! Wait, we can't leave this poor woman here alone. Let's Oh, hold on. Let's bring her with us. The Star Chamber is on the highest floor of the Crystal Tower, and the entrance to the door is to the east of the Grand Hall. So, again, we were held prisoner, and we have to walk past this guard who is just not going to give a shit. Genuinely, okay, he literally saw her do this. He knows I'm walking out, and he's literally just the guy who does, fuck it, it's not my job. Hey, Daco, welcome to the Discord section. I made apple loaf and blueberry loaf and low sugar brownies and regular turtle brownies. Oh, shit, okay. You have just, like, opened up a memory for myself here, and with the holiday seasons coming up, I think I just feel obligated to do this. So excuse me while I go down to tangent. My grandmother passed away a couple years ago, and in her last couple of years, she was suffering from dementia. I was lucky to be one of the few people that she seemed to have cognizant memories and acknowledgement of. And I remember in one of the last couple of years she was around, she taught me to make some of her favorite holiday traditional sweets. Chocolate covered caramel turtles, there we go, is one of the big things that she used to make. And now that you've said that, I kind of want to have a little bit of a personal trip down memory lane, so I very well might end up making some of those. By the way she did it is she did, in fact, like, start with raw sugar and make her own caramel. So every year she did it the old school way. Tempered her own chocolate, melted down her own sugar into caramel. So, like, if I'm gonna do it proper, I've gotta get like a silicone slip mat or something so that I can go through that. But no, I haven't made any macarons lately. Darn. But yeah, that is going to be something I'm probably going to be doing here in a couple of days, just to live down that memory lane now that you've kind of brought it up. God, my kitchen is going to be a mess after that. Alright, so the guard outside of the cell, the jail cells, didn't give a fuck. I walked across the entire magic hall in front of more guards. By the way, the head magic lady, and yes, I'm going to keep calling her that, is the one who called the guards on me to drag my ass off. I walk in front of the guards, I walk past the hall, I walk to this area that's supposed to be guarded, and suddenly it's not guarded. These people are like January 6th level of, like, security right now. They are clearly understaffed, underfunded, and not doing their goddamn job. Mia, you're going to the Star Chamber, aren't you? Nash, you're a member of the Magic Guild. If you don't obey my mother's orders, I could be executed. I know. Again, I could only see this line being delivered like Donald Trump. I wish I could do the voice. And I know the same could happen to you, too. I am the next leader of the Magic Guild. It's my duty to find out what's going on. And it's my duty as President of the United States of America to assist our future leader. Oh, man. Yeah, so I've said it before, and I do not make any effort to hide it. I am on the moderate right. But, like, you know, I can still point to some shit that does not always go right. And there you go. That's one of those things. That's a genie you can't put back in the bottle. But I don't want to go out of duty, Mia. I want to go because what, Nash? Because I'm sure that Luna is being held in that chamber. Besides, I don't want Alex to be the only one who looks so cool. So let's go. I put the so in the wrong spot and it made it even funnier to me. Thank you, Nash. Alright, there we go. We got the squad up. So, up until this point, Luna has been our primary healer. And I believe, Mia is going to be taking that role in this position. In the name of Goddess Althena, I banish the magical seal placed upon this door. Let's hurry before someone finds out what we're up to. Honestly, it seems like nobody gives a flying fuck. On top of that, I talked about, like, me being someone in the cell having come out, but I am legitimately traveling with who should be, who they believe to be the can't remember her name. I'm just gonna keep calling her Magic Lady. Magic Lady's body double with a cursed mask that apparently has been forbidden to be used. There is a lot of shit that they are just letting fly. What just happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, didn't I? The Crystal Tower is a holy place, blessed with special magic by Althena herself. Only the Dragon Master himself can enter with armaments in place. We can only fight with magic. Well, that's not going to be easy. Alex is much better with a sword than magic, but I guess we have no choice. Son of a bitch. I don't have to get rid of my, like, armor, though, do I? Shit, just switch over to... Nope. That's... Okay. I believe if they're using magic... Okay. I guess I can't have my staff either. Alright. Put everything away. Strip me naked, why don't you? Oh, 2 ways up. Alright, let's see. If I don't have a sword, can I still do the sword dance skill? And if I have to go through this, I'm thinking I want to just put as much heavy work as quickly as I can. And I might just back out and do some grinding here. What are the other spells that I can't select? There we go.
Check this out. Yeah.
Where'd I get the sword from? Like, I get that it's called Swords Dance, but I very specifically did not use a weapon. I was kind of hoping it was going to be like a sprite animation where he is like doing the motion without the actual sword equipped. Oh, nope. Yo, I can kind of just bypass my way around. That's going to be useful to know. Yeah, I'm going to run the auto battle. See where it goes. But Mia has got an absolute fuckload of MP.
In the name of the goddess.
Who the fuck is going to find out who that was? What y'all doing? Like, the guards don't really care. That's my point. The guards in the area is just... Not only the guards, like, even the other, like... Oh, wait, hold up. Fuck, no, go back. Hold on. I done fucked up. Give me that. I walked all the way over here and didn't see it. Give me that. That's $1,000 free right there. There we go. Anyways, not only the guards, but again, I walked past the main hall where all of the High Council is. They gave no fucks. Nobody gave any fucks. Not only that, you know, come to think of it, this is a magic school, essentially. It's the... They call it a magic guild, but it really was presented like a school for learning magic at, right? I went to Hogwarts as a guy with pretty much no magic. I walked into Hogwarts wielding a longsword, and they let me go right up to the headmistress. Like, again, the equivalent to. I walked into the Grand Hall with all of the council members, then the big head magic lady comes up, stands right next to me, looks me in the eye, and accuses me of trying to overthrow the goddess of all people as a country hick with a longsword. I was making a point, you asshole.
Check this out.
But yeah, nobody gave a flying fuck. And then that same country hick walks out of the jail cell with the daughter of the headmistress. I couldn't possibly be holding her hostage or anything like that. Nobody here gives a fuck about their job at all.
Check this out.
And I get it, the idea being like, oh hey, they're all a bunch of magic users. But if you've ever played Dungeons and Dragons as a wizard or a sorcerer, you know there's one thing you don't do. You don't let the guy with the sword get within stabbing range of you. that's when you know you fucked up. If the man with the sword is in stabbing range of you as a wizard, you're done. Quite literally, you're talking about magic. In a fantasy setting like this,
In the name of the goddess.
you being the person with magic is the guy who walked in with a gun. You know what happens when a guy with a gun faces a guy with a knife? The guy with the gun has a huge advantage as long as they're outside of stabbing range. The second the person is in stabbing range, it's a pretty even fight. And suddenly you're talking about a person who doesn't know what the fuck to do in melee versus somebody who lives and dies by the sword there. Every single fuck was on vacation. They were out there with you. All of these guards were just like, you know what? Every care in the world we had, it's gone to Indiana right now. Alright, you know, for an old game like this, that's kind of a dope sprite, though.
Check this out.
Big old crystal warrior. Again, I'm running around without any gear and I can't use any of my skills because I don't have any magic or MP. So again, I am walking in as a country hick in a well-guarded magical facility that is under the goddess's protection with literal magical fucking guardians wandering around. And I'm making my way through here fisticuffs. This really says a whole lot about the value of their magical prowess. Sacred Tower, Magician's Guild, and the country hit comes in throwing hands and actually manages to get somewhere.
Check this out.
No, you did right, Daco. By not being there and engaging with the fucks, you were able to leave without having to hold any of them. So, if there's one thing that it's really good to not be holding in the year of our Lord 2025, it's fucks. Don't hold any fucks. Give none to anybody and have none yourself. In fact, when the fucks show up and they're trying to interact with you, it's far more valuable to tell those fucks to fuck off.
Check this out.
I am punching harder than magical crystal guardians. You guys are made out of crystals, and you're still gonna back up and just start shooting magic at me. The density of your body alone, that motion you made to cast a spell, slap that in my face and you could break my jaw. But y'all are so full of yourselves that you've got to be magic this, magic that, fucking cast a spell at everything, that you're letting me punch you. Let's see, that's 35 and 40 damage. That's like, what, 5 times what they were doing, throwing magic spells at me? Oh, at me, not Nash. Nash is a bitch. There you go, 7 damage. Alright, that was a heavier shot, but still, I'm still in the range of 2 to 3 times what you guys got. I am anywhere in the range between 2 and 5 times what you consider to be a magical attack. And I'm just clocking you in the jaw. Fuck. I want that. Okay. Well, I'll get that one. Yeah, the other one's going to be too much of a hassle. I don't care enough about it. If I end up getting into the boss fight and I just get my shit rocked, I might care enough to... Luna? That singing. It's Luna's voice. I knew she was here. Hurry, Alex. So beautiful. It warms my heart and my mind. And the country hicks be King Von up in here. Memories coming back. My name. I am. I don't know. Lady, you really are just rambling on like you are chewing on a speedball, I swear. What's stopping her from remembering her identity, Alex? I don't know. It might maybe be the cursed mask that apparently is surprisingly well known. But, you know, all high and mighty, pompous, full of himself Nash over here apparently is unfamiliar with this ancient and restricted artifact. It almost seems like, you know, when you have something that is outlawed from use, people should probably know what it is so that they can tell when it's used in the first place. But apparently we aren't teaching that. And how does Luna's song have the power to restore her memory? Well, again, we've established more than once that in this world, for some people who are exceptionally good at singing, it has certain magical properties. Luna's being the most potent example so far. I think we'll find out the answers when we reach the Star Chamber. Also, why did she stop singing? Isn't that bitch in the bottom left? Okay, so that's the church lady. That's the bitch from the magic section where everybody was like selling shit. And then we've got the head of the Magic Guild here, and Galleon. And they literally have her strapped in a magic circle making her sing. I mean, that's some satanic shit right there. What is the meaning of this intrusion? How dare you interrupt the sacred ceremony of the Magic Guild? Alex, oh Alex, I'm glad you're all right. These people have been forcing me to sing their evil songs, which sound exactly like the other songs I've been singing so far. They told me that they'd kill you if I didn't. Null is getting pissed off. Are you alright, Luna? If these barbarians hurt you? Mother, this is madness. You have to stop, please. No, this is the Mages Guild! Kicks her into the ethereal background. I've shown you nothing but lenience and forgiveness for your delinquent behavior. And this is how you repay me? By releasing my prisoner and disrupting a sacred ritual? Your punishment shall be swift and brutal, my wretched little offspring. And your friends' deaths shall be even more merciless. I don't know. Mask Lady 2025. Galleon, the time has come. Help us complete the ritual. Hold on, I brought my weapons in with me. I realized I didn't have them in my hand, but now that we're far enough in here, look, I get some shit's gonna go down, but we are past the whole magic wall and ethereal space thing, so this looks like a new room. Can I at least give it a shot? Let me just grab. Oh wait, hold on, maybe not. You're not my mother. You're a fraud. My real mother would never speak. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that. Going through a little bit of pain there. My real mother would never speak to me as you have. Oh, my dear Mia. Your every word further seals your fate. Shine, mirror! Shine! I'm back to my earlier quote. Raid, bitch! Raid! Oh, God. Show all the true soul of this impostor. The mirror of Althena? Haha! You dishonor the Oza dynasty, little one. No, what have you done to the mirror? It should have shown your true form. Or, look, you're the one that said the mirror does what it does. I'm just saying, you know, if we're gonna have some issues and I gotta throw hands, at least now I know I'm punching your mom. And, you know, if you have any issues to get out, I'm just saying, the swings are free. Equal rights, equal fights. I refuse to believe that you are really my mother. It's impossible. You simply can't. Mia, my dear Mia. Do not mourn, my daughter. I am here for you. The gentle light shining from Althena's mirror has awakened me and liberated me from the curse of this sorceress. And you've got this character in the robe getting right behind the primary character here. Everyone's worried about Luna, and you're letting the most rogue-looking character get right behind her. And she decided to keep going rather than take a hostage. The fuck y'all doing? Whatever are you babbling about, you pathetic imposter? Galeon, dispose of these nuisances at once. I think not, Lemia. Man's fast, I'll give him that. I think you've been revealed as the fraudulent wretch that you are. The what? I can't believe I was completely deceived by your cheap trick. How dare you betray my trust and attempt to overthrow the Magic Guild? I'll be honest, I seem to recall him being one of the problem people, so him not being a traitor is not what I remembered, and I'm kind of cool with that, because I like having surprises in a game that I played fucking more than 10 years ago. Then the time for revelation has come to pass sooner rather than later. Hold on, gotta have my magical girl transformation. Okay, but like, hold up. Wait. But it's not cool. Y'all can't be the better looking crew.
A descendant of the long-forgotten Vile tribe that Althena pushed out and left to deteriorate beyond the wastelands of the frontier.
I warned you I could see many things, didn't I? Unfortunately, your demise is one of them. It's really too bad you had to get involved.
We did not expect for you to get this far, young Alex. You've surprised us all. But one never can tell when luck such as yours will finally run out.
So Alex has to rock up, and all of the baddies became baddies. Who would have thought? Our plan to seize control of the guild almost worked. Now you've cut short our glorious plan. You'll pay dearly for this insurrection. Oh, geez. The comments from earlier, they just keep going. But anyways, they're a bunch of Sailor Moon. Yeah, no, look, they went full magical girl, but their transformations went from Sailor Scouts to Dami Mommies. And frankly, why has there not been an anime about magical girls that are legitimately Dami Mommies? That is a story that needs to be told. Savor your feeble victory while you can. The Magic Emperor will form a new world order, with the Vile tribe as its rulers. But hear me, dead serious. That could be an entire, like, there's an anime there to be told. It's literally just pick your favorite anime girl series, boom, Dami Mommies, and that shit'll sell like hotcakes. The anime community is easy to sell to, and that is begging to happen. How dare you? I foresee another round of deception in your future, And, you know, we've got Galleon here. Reverse the roles. Boom. Dami Mommies are the good guys. Everybody's happy. You have the hot, you got the hot, tall elf guy. Boom. The guys are happy. The ladies are happy. Perfect anime there waiting to happen. You've got to have the hot elf guy be the villain, though. And that's how you're going to please the ladies. Our paths shall cross then, infidels. Well, hold up. If you're the ones going against the church, doesn't that make you the infidels? And still, I was not allowed to grab my... Ooh, wait. Wait. Oh, shit. I think I'm low on all of my items. All I've got is a little bit of weed and a couple of healing nuts. Alright, let's see here. The Starlight... God, it almost seems like it would be more useful on Nash, but I'm going to hold out on that. Alright, let's look this over. Yep, we're going to pop a healing nut. I think Alex probably needs that. And, wait. Change the plans. I'm going to punch a gargoyle. I forgot I didn't see that, that Luna was in the squad now, and Luna has a full party heal. Fortify would be good. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. Maybe pop a Thunder Bomb? Yeah, pop a Thunder Bomb. Damn, I can't hit anybody with it. Like, I can hit one person. And that is kind of a waste of making use of that. Blizzard's useful, though. These nuts! Got him! Look, I'm just saying, it's very... Video games have a long storied trail of talking about how weed is going to be your healing friend, right? You got your magical herbs and healing herbs in just about every JRPG. Nobody's surprised by that. But if you are a man of culture, you kind of know the importance of a good healing nut. And so, you know, props on this game to recognize what so many other franchises willingly leave out. Alright, let's fortify Alex. Now we can get some good use out of that. I actually think, yeah, we're gonna do the flame pillar. It's I think a little bit better off for this use right now. No, dead serious. By the way, Snoop Dogg, literally was, okay, so I've talked about this before, that I've done a lot of D&D. I've been DM for a couple of years now for a group. One of my favorite characters that I used in a session was when Snoop Dogg went by Snoop Lion for a short while there. I literally made Snoop the Lionheart, who was a spellcasting warrior king. My favorite character to make use of for a long time. Alright, so right now Alex should be punching a little harder now. We're going to get Nash up there a little bit. I think, yeah, I can still hit everybody with that, which means I can also hit everybody with that, which is just making good use of my magic, because that is a limited resource right now. Alright, we should be getting somewhere near the end, and at this point, I kind of just want everybody to start punching people, just because I think that's kind of funny. We'll keep letting the magic people do their magic spells. At least for a little bit longer. There we go! Nothing says country bumpkin like throwing hands with a fucking gargoyle and breaking their jaw. When you're throwing a right hook at a creature made of stone and you're throwing them around like a hay bale, you know you have hit peak. You are at the top echelon of farmhands right there. These farmhands throw haymakers. Allow me to apologize, Mia. All this time I have been unknowingly manipulated by the Vile tribe. I am ashamed for being so easily deceived. I'm still worried about my mother. Let's return to the Magic Guild. Your mother is right here. Can you not see that she's actually more fine now than she has been in a long time? Probably needing like a good bath or something, but other than that. And then I proceeded to the Star Chamber as Lemia, Zenobia, instructed me to do. How foolish of me to not realize that I was being... what was transpiring. I still don't understand why the Vile tribe was trying to achieve by doing all of this. What did they have to gain by assuming my mother's identity? Or by abducting Luna? Well, it's quite obvious that we need to know more. We're just going to leave it at that. I feel the Vile tribe is on the verge of declaring war. It's almost like they kind of implied that themselves when they revealed who they were. Zenobia and the others were placed among us to gather crucial intelligence. The Mages Guild, the primary city where one of the 4 heroes remain, and the church. 3 major institutes of power, and we just had the enemies waltz right into fairly prominent and important roles. Now is the time for definitive action to counter the damage they have done. I must leave Vane and gather information of my own, not just to stop the Vile tribe, but for other, more pressing reasons as well. He's totally going to go find all 3 of them and bang them just because the opportunity has now presented itself, and he, as the most powerful mage here at the Mages Guild, needs to go present himself to the enemy as one should. And the only way I can gather this information is from the 4 dragons. Okay, never mind. It's going to get a little bit more freaky. He is going to go, he's going to go seeking out some real ancient, powers, we'll call it. Since the location of the White Dragon is already known, I shall visit him first. Galleon wants to visit Grandpa Quark? Perhaps Quark's wisdom holds the clue I need to discern what the Vile tribe is plotting. Alex? I would ask that you guide me to him immediately. You don't mind, do you? Of course not. Alex would be honored to take you there. This is great, Alex. We get to go home and show off one of the 4 heroes. Mia, since your mother has yet to recover from the effects of that dreadful mask, I believe you should take her place as the guildmaster until she is fit to resume her duties. Yes, Galleon, you're right. But I will need Nash to assist me until you return. If that's acceptable to both you and Nash, of course. Acceptable? You mean I get to stay here, run shit, take the reins of power, and have the woman by my side that I seem to have a really weird obsession with? Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. Of course, Mia. I place Mash at your disposal. His work for me has been most satisfactory. I must speak with Master Mel to arrange my transportation to Kaldor Isle. So then, we shall meet in Maribia shortly. Do not dawdle. Alex, after all, you know what they say about idle hands. They are the devil's playthings. And we are in the Mages Guild, not the church. If anything, this should be where the devil's hands are meddling about with a lot of people. I realize as I was saying that went a little more sexual than it should have. Alex, I still haven't thanked you enough for helping me to rescue my mother. And now I have to thank you for taking Galleon to the Cave of the White Dragon. Something you haven't even done yet, but at this point, I don't care. I'm thanking you anyways. Mia, how could Alex possibly say no to someone as nice and as cute as you? No, are you sure it's Alex who thinks Mia is cute? I don't know what you're talking about. I am clearly a flying dragon cat, and that would be bestiality, and we can't cross that line. Anyways, we have to hurry to Mel's mansion. Alright, give me a minute here, guys. I need to take a drink. Sorry about that. The throat is very not happy about life right now. Just snake my way down here. All the characters while in dialogue are hitting that I said. What in the world? All of the characters while in dialogue are hitting that I said right foot creek. If that is a reference to something that is going way over my head. The dance. Going way over my head. Alright, I think this was the major... Yeah, this is the city. So yeah, this is the closest thing we have to understanding who Althena is as of yet. And I mean, look, I understand the series is Lunar, but she is pretty heavily embracing the moon there. Oh shit, wait, we gotta go find our fat merchant friend. Who has quite the staff. I approve. I haven't been back to Berg in so long. Do you ever miss it, Alex? I know I do sometimes. If you see my dad, tell him my business is doing great. Yeah, if you see my dad, tell him fuck off, kiss my ass, I made it, and I have literal bunny girls working for me. Welcome to Ramus' store. Green Eyes, I only wish that you were on sale. Alright, what do we got? Oh shit, I forgot to put my gear on, so I don't know if any of that is better or worse, which honestly, I'm glad I thought about that before I just started dropping stupid amounts of money. Alright, so that's 81. Yeah, we'll put that on her. Anyways, now I want to see if any of the stuff here is... So yeah, he actually has some pretty good shit in stock. Hell yeah. The silver sword is just called, the description, Shiny Stabber. I like that. Alright, double check that it is actually on my gear. Yes, it is. Welcome to Ramus' store. My boss works hard to make this place a success. I admire that kind of dedication. The man has bunny girls working for him. I admire that kind of dedication. Like the Playboy bunnies. Smash. The Playboy bunnies that are using their sex appeal to not sell themselves, mind you. So, honestly, props to Ramus actually, you know, doing a little bit better than Hugh Hefner here. Also, props to him for being in a position to have Playboy bunnies working for him, like Hugh Hefner. So, you know, I say a little bit better, but I mean, the results are the results, and I can't argue with the man getting what he wants. And that is everything I know of the situation as it stands at this moment. Visiting the White Dragon to gather more information is quite prudent at this time, for you see, I suspect the Magic Emperor aspires to the rank of Dragon Master. However, only Quark would know that for certain. The Magic Emperor? Well, that's a frightening thought. The fact that he hijacked Lemia's powers lends weight to your argument, though. Hey, Pei. Yeah, a lot of the regulars are a little late, but we're just vibing through here, making our way through it. I right now am dealing with... I kind of, for some reason, thought that when the game... I remembered that the guy running this city was one of the 4 heroes. I forgot that any of the others are still around. So the fact that I'm coming across 2 of the old heroes of 4, one of which we know to be dead per the start of the game, I guess I've got a lot more old world power going on right now than I seem to recall happening in the story, so that's kind of cool. You need to set up a bot to ping live. I probably should. That's genuinely true. I need to set up a lot of bots in the Discord, and I just have not. Dad, it looks like we have guests. People I've never met before ignore the fact that they walked right in totally fine. Oh, Alex, welcome. I heard your story from Galleon. How did you do in vain? Oh, and before I forget, this is my daughter, Jessica. Jessica, aren't you going to say hello? Of course. How do you do, Alex? My father has told me so much about you. Hello. What are you talking about, Jessica? Do you have a brain cramp or something? And what a fascinating creature you've brought with you, Alex. If only it would learn to shut the fuck up. No, shut your face. Oh, skipped a line there. I hesitated to become one because of Dine, but I can't let my personal feelings prevent me. Again, I'm sorry, I'm dealing with an injured throat. But I can't let my personal feelings prevent me from doing what must be done. We have to meet with Quark and determine the locations of the other dragons. What do you think, lad? Isn't my daughter the most beautiful lass you ever set your eyes on? I agree, but she really seems to have a thing for bad boys who are rampaging out in the canyons. So I feel like my position is well set with Luna here. I only hope she can get over her shyness. Shyness was not the word I would use to describe her personality earlier. Mel's not very good at keeping a straight face. I should help him out. So you're hoping to become a Dragon Master. Wonderful! You'll have to tell me all about your adventures someday. Gonna continue with the shut the fuck up, Null? What a cute little kitty. How does he talk? And how can I shut him up? Alright, so I assume... Wait, hold on. I had an issue earlier where I didn't exhaust all the dialogue, so let's go with this again here. If we fail, the Magic Emperor will surely become invincible and destroy this world. This mission is therefore of utmost importance. I must meet with Quark at once. There we go. I almost fell for the same bullshit. I have to exhaust all of the dialogue. I have a good recommendation for a bot. Ping cord. I will look into that. I still have to figure out how to add bot to the Discord. I am so new to the Discord. Luckily, we do have a veteran there, so maybe I'll seek Alice out and see if she can't give me a hand. Anyways, Pei, yes, how are things going? Hopefully things are going somewhat well for you. I know the line there is where it is, so as well as can be hoped for. The ship to Keldor Island isn't ready yet, but the sailors are working as quickly as they can. They said they'd be ready to sail by tomorrow morning. Dad, why don't we let Alex and his friends stay here tonight? Could call it maybe a sleepover? I'd love to hear their tales of adventure. Well, that's a fine idea, Jessica. But you won't get scared by their stories, will you? God, I love how just he is the protective, you know, this is like the daddy girl dynamic. And it's hilarious knowing what we know about Jessica. I'll be fine, Dad. All right then, Alex. Make yourself at home. Wait, hold on. No, this is legit. This is going to become a slumber party, isn't it? Here's my room, guys. Relax. Take a load off. Are you feeling okay? One second you're you, and the next you're completely different. I feel fine. No, you don't get it, do you? Of course I remember you. I just couldn't say anything in front of my dad. Why not, Jessica? My father always tells me how much I remind him of my mom. If he knew what I was really like him, and that I was sneaking out of the shrine to go on my own adventures, he'd freak out. And I'd be grounded until I was 50. How do you stand it? I could never keep my true self hidden away. Not from someone who cared for me as your father cares for you. So what happened to you guys in Vane? No one's sleeping until I get every unsavory detail. Well, it happened like this, and watch the time skip happen. And that's all I have to say about that. So everyone at the shrine was enchanted by the spell. How embarrassing. Well, you're lucky you skipped out of school that day. What? I don't know what you're talking about now. Galleon's a great magician, but he can't be expected to do this all by himself. Alex, I think you should talk to Quark too, and find out what you can from him. I mean, we kind of already did. We talked to Quark. He gave us a dragon diamond, which is apparently just a chunk of his shit. We came here, sold it for a lot of money. He approved me for being able to take the dragon trials. I just gotta find the other dragons, so I don't know what more you want from him. Anyways, time for bed. Good night, you guys. See y'all in the morning. Wait, but we're the ones in your room. I knew we'd be returning home, Alex, but not with Galleon as our escort. I guess our adventure is coming to an end. Yes, this JRPG is going to come to an end less than 10 hours in. Man, I am pooped. Alright, good night, Nal. Good night, Alex. Everybody, hey, you've only met one of the 4 dragons. You really need to go see the other ones. The first opportunity, Luna's just like, all right, well, our adventure's coming to an end. Let's go home, guys. Was that Luna that was dreaming or me? Well, good morning. Good morning, Luna. What's wrong? You look like you're about to faint. I had that dream again. That's all it is, Luna. Just a dream. I know, but you're right. Let's just bid farewell to Master Mel. Hey, Alex, did you sleep well? I sure did. Galleon's probably waiting for you at the harbor. Better not keep him. I can't wait to have Jessica on the party permanently. I recall that, yes, she gets to wield a lot of magical items, but she can wield a couple of actual combat items as well. I think right now she's already running around with a mace. So, you know, again, as far as a game that's like, so here are your healers, I love when they're also just like, by the way, they can take as good as they can give as good as they take. All right, I think the harbor was all the way to the right out here. Which one of these do I go in? Oh, never mind. He's just sitting out here. Good morning. I trust you slept well. Are you ready to sail? I guess I'm as good as I'm gonna be. Then let us not waste another moment. To Berg! We should face none of the issues we had to coming out here when we have literally one of the 4 legendary heroes who is an elf and a mage. You should not be aging out. You should still be well within your prime, and magic tends to not care what your physical capabilities are like anyways. So, don't make me fight anything out here on the ocean. That's all I'm saying. So tell me, what drives you to become the Dragon Master? Alright, so as a child, I was told these stories. We lived where the man was buried, and I was just enamored and like, fuck it, I'ma be that man. That's pretty much all there is to it. What leads you to attempt what so many others before you have tried and failed to achieve? Well, they were stupid enough to, or they were smart enough to realize when to quit, and I'm too stupid for that. I want to protect the people of our world and the people I care about. How noble of you. But the Dragon Master's power is meant for much more than mere protection, and the magnitude of his responsibility to wield that power well is immeasurable. May I ask another question of you? Of course. If you had to choose between the survival of the one you care about the most, or the lives of everyone in our world, which would it be? One or many? Love or duty? And here's where you have the hard dilemma. How could anyone make that choice? A Dragon Master is forced to make such choices every day of his existence. But we're getting considerably ahead of ourselves, aren't we? You're not a Dragon Master yet? Not even close. Think about my question during your travels, boy. The closer you are to becoming a Dragon Master, the more important it is to answer. So after you've talked to 3 dragons, and while both of us are standing before the 4th, I will ask you again. By the way, Luna, so renowned is your singing voice that word of your abilities spread all the way to Vane. When we reach Berg, I would desire nothing more than to hear you. And not to say that I haven't already heard you earlier when you were singing and came down to see me by the pool, which was still a really weird scene. Well, I don't think my voice is that special, but I'd be honored to sing for you, Master Galeon. I look forward to it, Luna. And there's no need to be modest about your talent. You have a gift. You should share it with the world. Look! Over there, on the edge of the horizon! It's safe! We're homebound! Well, what a quaint little hovel this is. You look tired, boy, but as they say, no rest for the wicked. Take me to the cave of the White Dragon. I'm anxious to catch up with him. Why does this feel like a possible setup for betrayal? Wait. I was literally hyping up his magical prowess earlier. I don't recall the story from here on out as well as I wish I did. I can't recall. Is he gonna, like, strike down Quark? And I took the wrong path, didn't I? I took the wrong path. That's the crazy old lady who eats all of the pets. Which was really a disturbing part of the story. Alright, let's make our way through. None of you are really going to try to fuck with me, are you? I'm walking around with a level 99 mage. And y'all are thinking you're going to fuck with me. Honestly, if anything, like, it's short. They're short fights and they're only worth like 15 experience, but for how short they are, like, this could actually be a potential grinding section. I don't have to fear death. I can set this up to just auto run through it. I could even set up, not this controller, but one of my controllers allows me to set a full mapping macro. And I could just set it to path walk a few things and run through the whole fight session. Just sit here, leave the thing running for a few hours, and come back to whatever experience I've gathered since then. It's the same thing that I did when I was doing the shiny egg farming in Pokemon Sword. I'm pretty sure it was Sword that I used it on. My system there was pretty simple. Run the circuit, get the eggs, have all of the eggs go into the bag or into the box. And after that, I would manually sort if I had any shinies, I'd set them aside. And then I could again run the entire macro to just empty box after box. All I had to do was sit nearby at the box emptying phase so that I could kill the setup. And I just sit there, read a book, watch a video on my phone, and sip some tea. Alright, so we are back in Berg, and my throat is absolutely tearing me apart at this point. I feel like I'm talking with just sandpaper on the inside of my throat, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I apologize. I wanted this to be longer than it was going to be, but my throat is... I'm probably going to start spitting up blood before long. So thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. I am going to wrap it up here just because I kind of need to. I hope to see you all next time. Again, as I always hope, it's not going to be a week before I get to this again. But I do need to spend the next couple of days at least letting my throat heal. So thank you so much. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one. And as always, peace.